Good morning, Palau. Thank you so much for joining us here in Palau Waves. I'm PAMELA Hernandez. I'm the veterinarian for the Palau Animal Welfare Society, and I'm here with MANZEL.
Yes.
Yeah, school coordinator.
I'll give you credit for that. You did it well.
Thank you. So today we want to talk to you about animal welfare, but first we want to give you some announcements.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what's happening this month? Next month.
Next month.
November 9th is the PAWS. We're doing a dog show at Mizanti Gym in celebration of PAWS's 25th anniversary for operating in Palau. The dog show there's gonna be different competitions for your dog. If you want to enter, you can always call us and join us on our show, or just come and see the show for yourself.
Exactly. Or maybe you can see in different parts. Okay. We have, you can scan the QR code to register your dog. We're going to have different categories. Most interesting ears, the happiest dog, the biggest smile. We're going to have an obstacle course, who knows the best tricks too. And all the categories are open for kids and adults. It's very important that your dog is healthy for the competition. That means not being depressed, having a good appetite, not having diarrhea, not vomiting. Better if they have update the vaccines and the dewormers. So that way we avoid spreading diseases. But yeah, please join us. It's going to be on November 9th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to have fun.
In a nutshell, this is a combination of what I think what we inspire for Palauan pets to behave like. We want to show to the public how pets are supposed to be treated and what they can be, so that we can have better animals around us.
Exactly. No, and another category we're gonna have is costume. Like matching costumes with your pet. That's gonna be super
If
fun.
you have a Halloween costume that you didn't try out,
save it. Just save it.
Halloween, wear it that day.
Yeah.
There's going to be good prices too, so be looking out for that. The cat team is also going to be joining us, and they're going to have some popcorn. There's going to be refreshments also, so don't worry, we got you.
Yeah. Please. And the registration is for free. Okay?
You can stop by the PAWS Facebook page, Palau Animal Welfare Society, or Instagram, and there's a QR code there that you can scan and register.
Yeah.
Have we had any registrations?
Yes,
yet?
we've been having registrations lately. So why are we doing this? Because we want to celebrate 25 years of PAWS. Can you believe 25 years since the Palau Animal Welfare Society?
I actually don't believe it. I it's kind of a surprise for me, because that means I was still in high school, in elementary school when PAWS started. I didn't know. Wow.
I was in high school. And I didn't know that Palau existed. But I'm so
Much less than Animal Welfare Society.
But thank you so much, Lori Coley, for this great idea and for all the effort for helping the animals
Maybe
in Palau.
because I know for a fact that I didn't always see my pets the same way. So maybe some of the influences from PAWS changed how I treat animals. Yeah. It's possible.
That's so good, and that's the thing that we want to change here, because, as I always say, there's always room for improvement. Yeah, and that's something that I was just telling to MANZEL before, that I was listening this morning, this TED Talk about how comfort can ruin your life. And this guy was telling about discomfort can improve your life and is the only way to make us better, because it forces us to adapt and grow.
I guess if you don't see places for improvement in your life, you're not really looking, and you're kind of stagnant, and you're not growing.
Exactly. That's the word he used.
Stagnant.
Exactly. That's like, please don't.
You know what I think when I hear that word?
Yeah.
I think about like stagnant water that's like contaminated.
When I hear that word, it reminds me to this author who used to write these books about pet experiences, stagnation of the lungs, when the cows couldn't breathe and just died. Yeah, different thing.
Anyway, so about 25 years, can we talk about the work that PAWS has done to Palau? I mean, I just said that I may have been influenced by the work that PAWS is doing, but can you kind of go through some stuff that over the years?
So our goals are, first of all, try to spay and neuter at least 70% of the total population of dogs and cats, because it's proof. There are several studies. This is not something that I'm making up. That prove that doing that, it's going to control the population of animals. It's going to stabilize it. Help people, teaching them how to properly take care of their pets, because the thing is, we are all connected. We've been talking about this since One Health. What is One Health?
Yeah.
So in One Health, we take care of the people, take care of the animals and the environment, because we are all connected. And that's something that we've been saying, that if you keep your pet healthy, you keep yourself healthy as well.
We have to remind people that pets, like cats and dogs, were domesticated to be pets. They're not wild animals.
Yeah.
So they need more. Yeah, they're not. They're many generations from there. So we need to remind ourselves that we are responsible for them. They're not. There's a Palawan saying, "I got a arm, little armored deer," but it basically a saying that says animals are animals and they should be treated like animals. But pets are different, because they, over different generations and breeding and stuff like that, they've become, they rely on human beings to survive. So if you want pets, if you want them around, if you are responsible, you have to take care of your pets.
That's the thing that I was thinking, like, it's not necessary to have a pet. No. It's not necessary. It's like you're saving time, you're saving money. Yeah, you don't have to rush, since they are puppies or kittens, to one of the clinics to get the dewormer, get the vaccines, get the monthly prevention for heartworm and ticks and fleas. You don't have to clean up poop or pee and all of that, or train an animal. It's not necessary, but it has their benefits.
While we're talking, I just remembered back then so dogs are not endemic to Palau. There were no dogs here before humans were. And the first dog that was here came on Captain Henry's boat. He's a English explorer in the olden days, when the first English explorers came to Palau, and his ship was wrecked in Ulong, got on the reef. And the first Palauans that went, and they described them in our history books, the way they described the foreigners, they were like, oh, these people, they have translucent skin because you can see the blood running through their veins. They have hair on their chest. And then they describe one of the entries, they describe one of the members of the ship being tied to a tree and doesn't stop screaming. Turns out it was a dog. They didn't know what it was. And the dog's name, can you guess what the dog's name was?
No.
It was Phyllis. That's the reason why the Palawan word for dog is bilis. It's just a lost accent. Yeah. And so when we started associating with dogs, Palau actually, especially Koror, got infested with a lot of dogs, and a lot of people didn't realize that they can't just live on their own. And so they would get dogs, and then when they realized that, they would go and drop them off at the Rock Island. A lot of people from Koror, that's the reason why Babalamrang is the Palawan name for the Rock Island. But in English, people call it two dog because there were two dogs that were there. People deserted them there. And that is the main reason why Koror State now doesn't allow dogs to go to the Rock Islands, except Poe, his service dog, and I have permission. But I guess we've learned a lot since then. And then PAWS is now just bringing us to a different level to make sure that we can live cohesively in, like you said, one health.
Exactly. And it's so easy. It just requires some effort at the beginning because animals are so smart. They are so smart and they just want to be part of a pack. They want someone to lead them. And if we do it properly, oh my God, we gain a great company for the rest of our lives.
Sometimes it's sad because regardless of how you treat your animal, if the animal knows that you're their human, they will love you unconditionally. Even when you treat them badly, they will still love you unconditionally. And that unconditional love there's no price for it.
No, but that's only with dogs because cats, mistreat a cat and you will never see that cat again.
Yeah. And that's the reason why we have a lot of cats living in the forest.
Yeah. So those are very proud animals. Yes. But very easy,
Yeah, they take care of their own messes.
Exactly. Cats are easier than dogs.
If your cat is pooping or peeing in your house or around your house, they're mad at you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or the litter box is not properly clean.
A lot of Palauans actually don't have litter boxes. So I think cats live outside. So I think they will go hide it or bury it underground or whatever. But if they show it to you, it means that they mean something, business. You're missing out on something.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. But yeah, it's true. Creating a bond with your pet is super important. Do you know that that can even save your life? I don't know if you ever heard these stories. That the other day I was watching this video, and in the United States, the police officers have a camera to record things, and this officer was checking the neighborhood, waiting in her car, and suddenly this dog just came and started to call for her attention. And can you please follow me? And she decided to follow the dog, and the dog took her to a place where the owner just passed out. It was unconscious. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I heard about that. Many different cases where dogs act that way. I mean, my dog is trained. My dog can actually sense, and if you do get a dog trained, they can actually do much more. My dog can sense when I'm about to have an anxiety attack or a PTSD. I was in the military, so I have PTSD. My dog can sense that, and he won't let me leave the house when he knows that it's coming, which is the safest place for me in those situations.
With him.
Oh my
because
God,
he knows you better.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've been you were on the boat when we took him to the Rock Island.
Yes.
The first time he learned how to swim was in California, and he learned how to swim in a freshwater lake. And he's full muscle, so he sinks. So he thinks every body of water will make you sink. So that's the reason why he gets really anxious when we're on the boat and people are jumping in the water. He wants to go save them. It's because he thinks that they're going to drown. And I'm trying to teach him, but I know sometimes he sees me jump in and I want him to jump in with me. So I can't. The training is hard for that part, but at least it's saving lives.
He has that gift. But yeah, dogs are very, very smart, and some of them have these special gifts, have you ever heard that some people use them to detect cancer in the urinary bladder of people?
I actually did not know, but a friend of mine had adopted a dog that was used to do that. I don't know if it was in a hospital or whatever, or maybe in a country that didn't have a lot of good health care. He came back to the United States and was adopted by my friend. My friend had cancer. I don't know what type of cancer, but the dog would not leave her alone. He kept like scratching at her. And turns out the dog detected that she had cancer, which was early, like even medical tests was really, they had to be very detailed about it to see that she had cancer. So yeah, it's crazy.
How old was your friend?
I was maybe 30 years old at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Cancer is not an age thing related. That, yeah, you have to check yourself after you turn 45 or something. No, yeah, it's something that can affect in a very early stage of life. But
Just going back to the dog show. What other thing besides the categories? What other things can people expect? Like,
so we're gonna have different prices for raffle tickets, prices for the different categories. We're gonna award the first, second, and third place on each. As you said, we're gonna have the team. They're gonna be face painting and have the popcorn machine, and we're gonna have their doctor to help us with people, because I'm not gonna touch people. If anything happens with animals, I mean, but not with people.
are we inviting?
Yeah, we're gonna have in between the competitions and the different categories, we're gonna have small talks about different very important subjects. For example, Dr. Decina is gonna talk a little bit. Dr. Ayla is gonna talk.
If you didn't know, Dr. Decina runs Osoblela Arm, the animal hospital near Old Age Center in the Madalay. And then Ella from Core State.
Yeah, from the animal shelter.
Yes. Oh wow, it's gonna be a full day, a full 3 hours. Peace. Oh.
But we're gonna have fun. So yeah, some information about these 25 years. So I moved here on November 2021, and before that, I'm the first full-time vet that PAWS has. Before
And in
that,
some cases here in Palau, you were the only vet.
yeah,
You were the only vet, not just for
yeah.
dogs and cats.
When
For
my colleagues have, take vacations or they're unavailable, yeah, it's a bit heavy, but it's fun. You always learn. But since September 2021, that was before I came here, there was another vet that came to do some spay and neuter. To September 2025, we conducted 107 outreach clinics held in 14 states, and 3,170 dogs and cats were sterilized, and that prevented the births of 29,000 animals.
Wow. That is more than the population of Palau.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if there was one dog for every person or one cat for every person?
Yeah, but we have more animals than
Yes.
people. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support, for believing in what we're doing, for improving, for leaving your comfort zone.
So, Pam, they invited me. I've been friends with Pam for a while, and when I heard that they needed help, I offered to do some outreach because I have a dog and I take care of my dog a certain way, and they saw that I take care of my animals how they want it. So I do school outreach. I usually talk to starting from third grade all the way up. This year was the first time I spoke to Pala High School. I've only done public schools. And through that, I learned that a lot of times that's the only time that they hear the kids in school. When I go and do the presentation with my dog, that's the only time that they see or hear kind of experiences where PAWS' expectations, missions, and goals are being met. Like every time I go there and I say like, this is how you should treat your dogs or cats or any pet that you have, a lot of kids are surprised. So I just want to tell people, like, if you don't know or not sure about the proper way to take care of your animals, show up to the dog show. Maybe there's information that you haven't heard before.
Exactly. The event is open not just for people who's going to bring and participate with the dog. No, the event is open for everybody. For everybody.
And if you want to show up and just see how the dogs are going to do the obstacle course, unfortunately, my dog is not going to be able to participate because of nepotism.
He's too beautiful. He's definitely
He'll win all the prizes. I'm just kidding.
The biggest head.
The most crooked tail.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a question about that. The vet, his primary vet in California, said that the mother's belly was a bit crowded. Maybe that's why the tail is crooked. But is there a genetic explanation to that?
Oh, yeah.
Because his siblings were also crooked tails. Yeah. I don't know if the vet just didn't want to be rude or mean or whatever.
Sometimes it happens that the tail breaks in the womb. But, for example, here the problem, because I never seen before Palau cats with the short, yeah, exactly. But here is inbreeding.
Yes, that's what I thought. And I think she was just too kind to tell me. And of course, it can't be inbreeding. The father was from a different part of California, and the mother was completely south of California. So there's no way that they were related. But I guess that's the reason why we have to know. Like, we have to take care of our animals and know, like, if you breed animals, you have to know specifically what dog are you breeding with what. A lot of people have asked me when I walk my dog on the street, like, can your dog make babies? And I'm like, no, it's actually against the law, the regulations here in Palau. If you bring a dog from the outside, they have to be fixed. And it kind of makes me sad when people are like, because it's almost like torture to the animal when you breed them. You're not breeding them for consumption, like people who breed cows or chickens or whatever. It's kind of sad when people, because I know that they don't know the risk that they're putting the animals in when they ask about that.
No, and the thing is, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. There's this huge myth out there that they need to have a litter at least once in their life, and that's not true. That's not true. Why? Because, for example, in females, when we don't allow them even to go in the first heat, we don't contribute to the development of the mammary gland. So that means that in the future, they are not going to suffer cancer if we spay them before the first heat.
Is that a kind of equivalent to like breast cancers in humans?
Yes, completely.
Wow.
But imagine, breast cancer and us we only have two. Now imagine that on cats or on dogs where they have several.
So Poe's mom, actually, the vet recommended to my sister that she should not have babies at all. She had like a odd number of nipples. And I think there was something wrong with that, or the doctor kind of thought that there was something wrong with that. So, but my sister is a very conservative person. She doesn't believe in abortion, even on animals. Actually, I need to ask you that. Can you abort a pregnancy on a dog?
Yes. Dogs, cats.
Is there a limit on how old
No.
how late the pregnancy is? And it's only 2 months, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 62 days plus minus 3. But the earlier is the better. But yeah, I can do it anytime. The other day I remember I was paying this cat in Neremelenui, and this guy just came and he was like, oh, really? The cats look like that inside? And I'm like, yeah, but this one is pregnant and I was doing the surgery. He's like, and what are you going to do with the kittens? And I'm like, send them to kitten heaven? And he's like, oh my God, you're a murderer. Okay, yeah, you can call me that or you can call me Dr. Pam, but my responsibility is to assure that if these kittens are not going to have a proper life, better not to come.
Yeah. And the person who brought the kitten to you probably knew that, that they
Exactly.
cannot take care of more cats.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's not about, because I heard that mostly in the US, that a lot of people manifesting being pro-life, being against abortion. And it's like, you are not pro-life because you are willing to bring kids to this world without making sure that they are going to be fine, they're going to be loved, they're going to have proper health care, education, not growing with traumas or forcing another person to raise a kid that didn't want. Like, people make mistakes, but really bringing a life to this world just because you are not pro-life, you are pro-birth, and that's completely different. For me, is very disrespectful to life to ask for it.
And some people like treat the dogs like an accessory. And like, especially that's the same experience that I have when they ask me if Poe can have babies, and I'm like, because maybe it's an uncommon dog here that they want to have a dog like him. He's a American bully, like a mix between a bulldog and a pit bull. So he looks like a pit bull but big. And I've seen other people who have pit bulls, and I like, in my mind I'm thinking, I hope they don't breed that pit bull, because there's only like how many here.
Exactly.
They could be inbred.
Yeah. They are completely relatives.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, there's a female and a male one. Let's breed. No, there's never a good time to do that if you're not an experienced breeder. And people who breed dogs, usually they breed them for professional positions. Like for Poe is lucky that he was accepted to be a service dog, but most service dogs are bred to be service dogs. And those people
purpose.
or for competition purposes, like the dogs that race and stuff like that. So other than those people, us ordinary people should not breed dogs.
Yes, we should know.
Yeah.
The other day, someone was asking, when is a good time to breed my dog? Are you ready for this? I said, it's going to be a good time when in Palau, we can guarantee that all the dogs and all the cats that are going to come to this country are going to have a proper life.
That's the question. There's a part of that question that says, isn't it natural for them to have puppies or kittens?
We took them out of their nature.
Exactly.
We made them part of our life.
That's a perfect answer. I was getting...
That's like a bit hypocrite.
Yes.
That, oh no, but it's natural for them, but they are not living in the nature.
These dogs came from wolves and other animals. We have the dogs that we have today because experienced breeders bred them for specific purposes, and we got the results of the dogs that we have today.
And everything went out of control.
Yes. The things that we humans do.
Exactly.
Similar to that question, what age should they spay or neuter the pets?
I start to do it when they are 2 months.
Poe had some complications with his testicles. They didn't descend.
Oh.
So I don't know why, but the vet decided to do it later when he's stronger. But all his brothers and sisters they got spayed and neutered the same time they got their vaccination. This was during COVID, so it was kind of late. But yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, that's very important to whoever has male dogs or male cats, because that's something that happens on both species, even in humans. Check your pet. If it's not neutered, check your pet's testicles, please. Check. They should be 2, not 3, not 1, 2. 2 in the scrotum.
I actually joke about this because when Poe walks, if you're looking at him from the back, you don't see the scrotum because there was no testicles.
Yeah.
So it's kind of aesthetically pleasing.
Just the thighs.
Just the big muscle thighs.
Yeah. But yeah, the problem is that the function of the scrotum is to keep the testicles away from the rest of the body, to keep them a couple of degrees lower than the rest of the body. What happens when we keep those testicles inside of the body? They become cancer. They become cancer. So yeah, check your pet. The other day, you know the calico cats? Yeah, calico cats are those cats like this one with yellow, white, and black. And most of those cats are females. It's like I see one and I can tell, like, I'm 98% sure that it's a female.
With
But
the
I
color.
just because of the color. But I always check because it happened in NGIRMERIIL too.
Wow.
That I remember I had to check a patient before the outreach clinic, so the staff went ahead, and when I came, it's like, oh, we only have one male cat, and he's like, oh, okay, but the cat was covered. When I lift the towel, it's like, are you sure it's a male? Because it was a calico. Like, yeah, and he's like, let me have a look, and I grabbed the cat, and it was like, oh, yeah, it's a male, but only has one testicle down. So I had to open the belly to remove it. And my cat, I got a cat here, Señor Gato. He's super special with just one eye and the crooked tail. And he...
Very chill.
Yeah, he's super chill. And I remember when I met him, I got him from Clara in Newell. She was like, oh, can you please neuter that cat? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. I check him and he's like, are you sure this cat is not neutered? I don't feel anything. And he's like, no, I had him since he was a kitten and no one ever touched him. And he's like, okay, I'm going to bring him back to the clinic. Both testicles were inside of the abdomen.
How old was he then?
Like 7 months old.
Okay, lucky.
Yeah.
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 Off the top of your head, is that common here?
I haven't seen it very often, actually.
Or maybe people just don't know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
please, please, please check your dog and cat testicles if they are not neuter. They should be 2. It's not normal just to have 1.
And they can get neutered or spayed even if they've had puppies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it happens the same in people. I remember my brother told me one time he had this friend, and his friend didn't know that it wasn't normal to have just one testicle, and he got cancer. He was 20-something.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was very bad.
Wait, the human didn't
The
know that he
human.
himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old was he?
It was a teenager.
Okay.
Yeah,
Teenagers do stupid things.
exactly.
Um,
And then
will
he died
they,
when he was 20-something.
in your experience, or do you know this for a fact, will they gain weight or become lazy if they're spayed or neutered, the animals?
It's not that they become lazy. The thing is, after we fix them, they don't feel that need to go around marking territory, fighting for female animals, proving who's the strongest in the neighborhood. That's the thing.
So I have neighbors that they treat their dogs. Oh, they used to treat their dogs really well. They don't have dogs anymore. Not the one that's directly across from my house. The other on the driveway in. They used to have dogs, and they were not fixed. And I could tell that they were taking care of their dogs. They were well fed, and their skin was nice. One day, they kind of went missing. After a week or 2, they came back, and they were all battered. Two male dogs. Because they had, they were in heat and they were fighting all the dogs in the neighborhood. You can see their ribs. They were hungry, and that was I was so happy that I saw that. And ever since I was a kid, my dogs have always been well taken care of, and even if you don't, if you take care of your dog well and they live outside and they're not fixed, they're going to be subject to that too.
Exactly. Because they become like completely dragged by their hormones. Like, yeah, we have to prove ourselves. But yeah, we completely get rid of that need of prove themselves with the surgery. And let's remember, the surgery at PAWS is completely free, and we are giving you $10 as an incentive per pet.
It doesn't have to be your pet.
Exactly.
It's if you see a cat near your house, your neighbor has a cat, bring them over. We'll give you the $10. We won't give it to your neighbor.
Exactly. Because you took the effort to bring the pet and then come back and pick it up.
I guess we can explain the laziness by when I go to school and I do the outreach program at the schools. I always ask what are the basic needs that your pets need, and they always food, water, shelter, but they never mention, and of course healthcare, but they never mention exercise because they think they're animals. They live outside. They're just gonna get their exercise when they need to, but they do need exercise. Spend time with your dog or your cat and play with them. We have to know that some dogs need more exercise than others. I'm taking care of a border collie right now, so I have to walk them separately because a border collie can walk 5 miles and still go on a run. Paul will walk for like 30 minutes and he's like, I'm done.
Just lay down and it's so heavy.
One time we were walking in front of Midzenti and he just, the flowers were like growing over the sidewalk and he just stopped under the shade and literally sat there and he was like, I've done enough. Like, you're not continuing all the way downtown.
Let's go back.
Yeah. Every time I tell the kids that, because they also need rest, and the dogs need rest, and I always ask them like, guess how much Poe sleeps, and he sleeps 16 hours a day. And the kids are always surprised. They're like, that my dog never goes to sleep. I'm like, they're anxious. There's probably something happening that's not causing them to realize that they need rest.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's not just benefit for them. It's benefit for the owner as well, because that exercise is going to help them to reduce the cholesterol, control the blood pressure. Yeah, have a better muscle mass. And we have to think in our future because, if we don't have anybody to lift us up from the bed or we need help to go to the toilet, doing exercise, that's going to help us to have a better life quality.
I went to school in Australia, and one of my counselors, she had a dog and the dog had cancer, and she would bring the dog to chemotherapy. And I used to judge her. I was like, I will never, the dog came to work with her. Everywhere she went, the dog went with her. And I was like, I love animals, but I was like, that's just too much. Like chemotherapy, like I don't think I can even afford, like if I have cancer, I don't know if I can afford it, and much less my dog. And now that I have a dog of my own, I'm like, I will go to the edge of the earth. For this guy.
Yeah, same as us. They can suffer cancer, they can suffer diabetes, they can suffer heart conditions. And that's the thing. Exercise helps to prevent heart diseases, liver diseases, joint conditions in the future.
And just because Palau is hot and the dogs live outside, it doesn't mean that they're used to the heat. My dogs live inside, but sometimes I see them like drinking from the puddle, like after it rains. And I'm like, that dog is thirsty. Dogs will only drink from clean water. So if they're drinking from dirty water, it means that they're really thirsty.
They're desperate.
Yeah. We can kind of go with this one. Why is it better to spay a female dog before her first seed? You kind of answer that. Yeah.
To prevent cancer.
My dog just had puppies. How long should I wait before spaying her?
1 month. Same for cats. The thing is, if we do it too early, the tissue of the uterus is too sensitive and it breaks easily.
You can't mend it.
Oh, I can fix anything.
Wonder Woman over here.
a really good surgeon. But yeah, it's easier. It's easier after 1 month.
I am going back to the dog show. What can people expect if they come with their animals? Like, what should they be responsible for?
Oh, so just make sure that the dog is not aggressive. It goes well with other animals. Yeah, you have to go register yourself, sign up the different sheets, and yeah, then be ready.
Make sure they're on a leash.
Yeah, be sure they're on a leash.
We're gonna have extra water bowls, right?
Exactly.
But bring your own water bowl if your dog is like.
We're gonna provide poop bags too.
A lot of people don't take care of the poop. Every time I walk Po, I have the bags with me, and people think it's kind of disgusting when I have to pick it up.
No, trust me, it's more disgusting to leave the poop there and put other people or animals in risk of, if you having to warm your pet, yeah, you put other lives in risk of getting sick.
That's the biggest misconception that people don't understand. And dogs and cats are not endemic to Palau, so the environments are not used to their poop being there. And it's just unsightly. You just have to pick it up, and it's your dog. You fed it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, don't leave it behind for people to step on it and can get sick. Because, as we said before, yeah, there are some intestinal worms that can be transmitted to people. And if you leave them on the ground, yeah, people step on them bare feet and they can migrate through your skin.
So my yard, my dogs, they go behind there's a little forest, they go, and I follow them to pick up the poop. But the neighbors' dogs, they come to my yard because they don't want to poop on their own yard. And I have a person who cuts my grass. And one day I saw him collecting all the poop and I was like, why are you doing that? And he's like, oh, because I'm cutting the grass. It's going to fling the... And I just didn't think about that. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Even if it's like how
Spread
many
it
days
everywhere.
old.
Yeah.
That's not good. Yeah. Even if it's many days old and it looks like it's turned to ash, the poop, it still can spread diseases. So
Yes, exactly. That's not good. Yeah, for example, some doctors for humans still believe that pregnant women should not have cats because of toxoplasmosis. Have you heard that?
no, not that pregnant. I've heard of the disease, but I didn't know about the pregnant women. So.
Because the thing is, yeah, if they pick up the poop of the dog, the cat with toxoplasmosis, that they can get it, and that can affect the baby, cause problems to the baby, and blah 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 blah. But the thing is, I don't know why they don't want to learn. I haven't heard about toxoplasmosis in Palau, but these human doctors, they should learn that in order to a woman to get toxoplasmosis directly from the cat's poop, they have to first leave the poop there for 36 hours at least. So that the toxoplasma can develop and become infective. And then they have to grab the poop and literally eat it to get infected. No, and the thing is, it's easier for us as persons and for pregnant women to get toxoplasmosis from uncooked meat and unwashed vegetables and fruits.
So that's a myth. That
exactly.
you can contract it from a cat's...
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
But if you clean up regularly the litter box and your cat is older and it's being dewormed, no problem.
So sorry, all the pregnant ladies out there. No acceptance for picking up the cat poop.
You have to do it.
I guess we can go over kind of the kind of behavioral things that we expect that day. You mentioned that they're good with other dogs. If your dog has never interacted with another dog before or never been introduced, maybe don't risk it. Yeah, she's going to be there, but she's going to be doing a lot as well. But if something happens unexpectedly, she'll help. But dogs are dogs, and they can, even Po can react to other animals. So
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. They're smart, but they can be sometimes unpredictable. And that's something that I was telling I used to work in this hospital a few years ago. And one day, this dog owner, he brought his dog in the afternoon for grooming. And then he picked it up. And then he called hysterical because the dog had a cut in between the paws. And he was like, yeah, you hurt my dog and blah, blah, blah. So angry with the groomer. And I'm like, whoa. I'm really sorry that happened. But trust me, it was not the groomer's intention to hurt your dog. It's not something that we do here. Yeah, it's not something that nobody wants to deal with an injured animal. And I told him, because I was a groomer for a while I was in vet school. Yes, you can be working in an animal and he can be used of just staying there and getting pretty, but there are more animals around. Someone can bark or cry or growl or whatever, or the noise of the machines, and they're going to turn around or make a sudden move because of that.
I never let anyone, even though Po is so good with humans, I never let anyone pet him if I haven't introduced them to him. And that's always the thing I teach about kids, because as soon as I walk in the classroom, the kids are like crowding me with Po. And I always try to tell them, like, you have to ask first, you can't, and then they don't understand that the dog can also feel anxious. Overwhelmed. And Po gets really quiet and kind of calm when he's overwhelmed. But I worry that one day he'll snap out of it and just like bite someone's face off. And at the end of the day, he's a dog. So you have to be ready for those kind of things. They may happen. He's growing. He might pick up some, he sits on my balcony and he hears other dogs fighting in the neighborhood and stuff. So I know that he knows that it's possible.
But that's a very important thing that you said. On the dog show, as we said, is open for the public, and it's good not to bring aggressive animals, but not because of that. Please, if you bring kids, keep an eye on them and ask them, teach them to always, before they pet a dog, they need to ask to the owner if it's okay. Because maybe the dog can be nice, but it can be in a situation in that moment where it's better not to approach. So yeah, better always ask. Are we good?
And we did say that you have to have your pet on a leash, and we expect that they're going to be leashed the whole time when they're there at the show. We just don't want any strays like coming up and becoming a problem.
Yeah.
You never know if you've always been around your dog and you think that you know everything about your pets. Like things can happen, and we need to be able to take care of it if something happened. But we're aiming to have a lot of fun. So
exactly. Collar and leash. Those are very important. Make sure that the collar doesn't come off easily, and you can easily stick two fingers in between the neck and the collar.
A lot of people think Coconut is the name of the other dog that I'm taking care of. She has a lot of fur, and every time I walk her, people are like, the collar is too tight. And I'm like, no, this is the right, because she has a pinhead. Like the thing can just come off, and she's very smart. I mean, she's figured out how to maybe I shouldn't say this, but she's figured out how to chew her leash. Like, I used to, you know, that thing that you put on the ground and put a leash on it?
Yeah.
I used to put them, both Po and Coconut, on those, like, whenever I'm not outside and they're outside, and for just to get the sun or whatever. She learned how to, like, chew the entire, it doesn't matter. Only thing that works is chains, but I don't want to walk a dog with a chain. That's kind of like prison. It's heavy. I joke with people. I'm like, I don't want to use chain because we're royalty. We don't jingle. But yeah. Can we go over some myths?
Yes.
And then you can straighten people.
Myths.
I can find home. One says, I can find homes for all the puppies or kittens. Do I need to spay them?
But that's the thing, because when I ask to people, okay, what are you gonna do with the puppies and kittens? Oh, I can find homes, but are they responsible homes? Are you sure it's not just an impulsive thing from other people that, oh my God, it's so cute, I want one?
Are they getting a pet because they think it's a bag?
Exactly, because it looks good, because, oh, I saw Manzel with Paw and I want the same. I want to have the same connection. Yeah, but in order to get there, you have to work.
You can actually clone a dog nowadays. You can actually get the genetic order for your dog and clone them. It doesn't mean they're going to act the same. No. I had a friend in California. She's very wealthy. She cloned her dog. The new dog is a nightmare. It's nothing like the original one, but they look exactly the same. I was like, whoa, science has gone far. But
the Toto is coming back.
And she, like, was actually, the dog, like, messed up the house. Like, no matter how many trainings she actually jokes that she's gonna call the dog whisperer, the guy who has a show, because she can't leave the dog in the house because she'll destroy everything in the house.
Oh,
she's gone through two so far.
Yes, I remember now that when I was a groomer, I had this client who had this miniature schnauzer, Koki. No, Kaori. No, that was Koki, and Koki was so cute, so well behaved, and they didn't want to spay her. They let her have a litter because Koki was so perfect that they wanted another dog that was the same. Big mistake. Mm-hmm. Big mistake. They kept this Kaori because, when she was a baby, she was exactly like her mom and blah, 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 blah. But Kaori was a nightmare.
Oh, my God.
Kaori was a nightmare. They learned to love her and they
kept her.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they cannot socialize with other people when the pet is around. Mm-hmm. But that's not to mention the risks that you're putting your pet in when they do have puppies or kittens, right? Mm-hmm. Like we've mentioned here many times, there's complications, there's diseases that can happen.
Exactly. Yeah, keep it real. Don't have expectations on animals.
And people keep saying that it's too expensive to spay and neuter. But
that's not true.
Why?
Exactly. Because we are having the surgery for free, as I said before. And you're getting $10 per animal. And with the surgery, we are including 1 dose of dewormer. Mm-hmm.
Oh, can they get access to buying dewormers or the medication at the dog show?
Not dewormer, because we should know the exact weight and fill up this form to put it in the record.
But is there any medication?
But medication for fleas and ticks, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I have to reiterate this, fleas and ticks don't come from dogs. They come from nature, in the forest, in the grass. Exactly. Dogs don't produce them on their bodies. Like, it's not natural for dogs to have fleas and ticks.
And showering them every day is not going to solve the problem. You are causing more problems because, 1, you're not getting rid of the fleas and the ticks. And 2, you are getting rid of the natural oils in the skin, and that can provoke infections.
You should only bathe your dog as per your vet's recommendation. Different dogs have different needs. Mm-hmm. Poe, actually, the only time he takes a shower is when we go swimming. He lives inside, but he never showers. And he knows to, like, when he comes inside the house, he knows that, like, if he's been outside, he knows that he's dirty. So I'll go and clean his paws and stuff. But I don't bathe him. And people are always asking, how is his coat so nice? And I'm like, I don't bathe him. It's
natural oils.
even my mom, because my mom has a dog, and she came to my house, and I'm like, I'm sorry, my house smells like a dog. And she's like, it smells nice in here. And I'm like, what do your dog smell like, Mom? And she's like, I don't know, like, dogs smell, it's just not nice. And I'm like, well, this is how my dog smells like. And maybe you're comfortable with it, but I don't like my house smelling like Poe all the time.
Yeah, no, and the last dogs I had in Guatemala, I only bathed them once a year. They had perfect skin. Never ever they show a skin problem. Well, one of them was allergic to fleas. That was about just keeping him fleas free was enough.
And a lot of people don't realize, like, sometimes there's internal problems the dog have. Like, for example, Poe and his mom, they have very sensitive digestive tract. So if there's something with their stomach, they'll show it in on their skin. And a lot of people don't know that they think it's just a skin disease. Sometimes you have to bring your dog in. Like, you can't just remedy it over the counter. You have to bring it in so we can assess and really see what the problem is, because sometimes the symptoms are not what you think.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the thing. Sometimes people come and it's like, yeah, my dog is losing hair. Okay, can you bring the dog in, please? Because it could be mites, it could be allergy, it could be a bacterial infection or fungus. Or a hormonal disease too. Do you know that when a male dog or cat, they retain one of the testicles inside, they start to lose hair with the time?
So do I expect that Poe will lose hair over time?
If you never remove the
if you
testicle.
don't remove it.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you don't remove the testicle and you leave it there, the problem is that the temperature is too high for this testicle and starts to overgrow and it starts to produce a lot of estrogen.
Yeah, and it tells the body to get rid of the
And if you notice it, exactly, because it's losing hair, the nipples are big.
Yeah, if you just thought that your dog has a skin disease, there you go. It's nothing.
It could be so many options.
This is one thing that it's funny to me because Poe does this. The myth is neutering my dog, my male dog, will completely stop him from humping. I'll tell you, it doesn't.
No.
It does not. Humping is a natural instinct that they have when they're anxious. It's kind of a go-to kind of thing that they have when they're outside of their comfort zone, right?
It could be anxiety. It could be dominance too.
Yeah. When Poe does it, I trained him to stop doing the things that are rude. So if he does something and I'm like, that's rude, he'll stop. So that's a recommendation.
No, he doesn't want to be a rude puppy.
Yeah. And it's usually when I bring new friends over to my house, he'll just start humping. Or when we come back from the Rock Island, he's really tired and I'm forcing him to like jump out of the boat. Let's go home. He'll just like start humping and I'm like, that's rude. And he'll like look at me like, just let me be. Just know that the humping doesn't cause any harm. It's just unsightly and rude sometimes.
Yeah. It is better not to encourage that behavior.
Yeah. I'm like, where did you learn?
That's the thing, because sometimes they show behaviors that we don't want, and that's why it's good to interact with them to detect, like, okay, it's doing this, but what happens before the animal starts to do it? And that's when we have to react. Like, not let them start to do something, not before. Like, no.
Yeah. I have people over.
Exactly.
Don't be rude. This person says, my dog or cat will feel less of a male or less of a female after the surgery.
Yeah, that's a human thing.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you know what a female dog feels like? No.
Yeah. Please stop
Projecting your own feelings.
Exactly. Stop projecting yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes there are some guys that feel offended when I suggest neuter their pets. It's like, no, why? It's like, I'm not talking about yourself. I'm talking about your pet because that's my expertise field. So that's what your pet needs.
And by the way, if a human gets a human person, male person gets a vasectomy, it doesn't make them less of a male.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. It just cut the communication and that's it.
And that's not what life. That's not the only thing that life is about.
Exactly.
That's the same for the dog. If you give them a comfortable life, then that's something that they can forget about, or they should not even think about it. If you,
They're not even gonna think about it. They're not gonna miss it.
When there's like dogs in heat and they're barking all over the neighborhood, Po and Coconut go and they go on my balcony.
What are they talking about?
What are these? And I think they're thinking that. I think that's the thing that makes them different. Like when I walk them in the neighborhood, the other dogs will like bark at them and they look at them like, what are these rodents? Like they see other dogs as other like animals and they're human. They're like barking and like trying to get at them and they're just like staring at them like, well, you're weird.
What's your problem?
Yeah. Why do you smell like that?
Yeah.
I guess fixing. This person says fixing doesn't. Oh.
It's a myth.
Neutering or a male dog will make him less protective.
No, if they...
But I guess like you have to define protectiveness. Like
Yeah, there's a big difference between protectiveness and aggression.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you train a dog to protect your house, they will protect your house regardless. Like, and actually, dogs naturally will guard their home.
Their territory, their family.
It's a natural thing that they do. I don't know if they're relating protectiveness to aggressiveness, then that's not correct. It's actually like your dog should not. If, for example, I don't use token for electricity, so I have a meter, and PPUC comes and reads the meter every month. In the beginning, when I first moved here, Po would bark at them because they're like, why are they like on my window, like knocking? But now he notices their uniform. He notices, because they're always the same people. He doesn't bark at them anymore. Sometimes I'm like, I hope no one wears PPUC uniforms and come to my house and try to steal something, because he knows that what they're doing there. But the neighbor dogs, man, they go crazy. Like they will bark at anyone. Have they ever barked at you when you came over to Greta's house?
Sometimes.
The brown one?
Yes.
Yeah. And now, because they would always, so one of the bigger dog, neighbor dog, he's chill, so he just hangs out. But the two younger ones, they're like leashed in the back, and they've gotten into like a little kerfuffle with Coconut before, and that's the reason why they're keeping them out back. And I'm like, no, like these dogs are interacting with each other in the way that they know how to interact. There's nothing wrong if they are going to be aggressive, so we're going to stop them from fighting. But putting them on a leash and putting them in the back where they don't even see humans, like that's not good for the dog.
Exactly.
Anyway.
There's no interaction. That's the thing. Going back to aggression, if the surgery definitely is going to help to reduce the aggression. But if after the surgery the animal keeps being aggressive, there's something else going on. And most of the times it's pure frustration.
Yes.
Yeah. They have too much energy. They are tied to a tree or whatever 24/7, and they are not being part of the owner's life. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with leashing your dog. Let's be clear about that. Like I leash my dog whenever he's outside and I'm not outside. Even if I'm taking a shower, I'm inside the house cooking or whatever. If he's outside, I want him to be leashed. Coconut too, because she's fast. I can't catch her. And I know that they know about it, so they're comfortable with it. If your dog is leashed like all day, all night in one spot, and you feed it like it's a prisoner, then that's not good.
Exactly. Exactly.
Are we coming to an end? One last one. Oh no, we already did that one. Oh, I guess we can ask this written in question. Why my puppy is not gaining weight? Is that a common thing that you see?
Yes. Sorry. And most of the times it comes too with that quality of the hair, but it happens. It could be one, because we're not giving the proper diet. Let's remember, soup and rice, those are not enough to support a puppy's life, because they need more nutrients, vitamins, minerals, protein, fats to help them to grow. Another reason could be intestinal worms. If they have,
Very easy for them.
exactly, yeah, they are less effective to get rid of the intestinal worms compared to adult dogs or adult cats. Yeah, they are eating, and the worms are not letting them absorb these nutrients. So bad
Be
diet.
very clear about that. I think a lot of people have this misconception about what to feed their dogs. Like, I mean, I spend like $300 a month just for coconut and po to eat. And sometimes people just don't have that. And they can eat the same food that we humans eat. Just don't put seasonings or garlic or onion. Don't make the same food that you're eating don't feed them leftovers. I guess that's what I'm saying. Because like you said before, onions and garlic are not good and we eat it with everything, and they're not good for the dogs.
Garlic and onion on everything. Everything. But
All right, then. Before we go, we just want to remind you about our 25th anniversary celebration. We're gonna ask the team here to put the poster on the video when they put it online. Thank you, guys.
thank you so much for joining us today, and see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Igung.